Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, I'll explain this multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance, as you can see, this more than one base classes. As you can see in this program for this multiple inheritance, class A and class B, these are the two classes. So these are the parent classes, parent class also known as base class, and there is one derived class, right? So multiple inheritance means more than one base class and one derived class. So if one derived class, if our one child class will access data from more than one base classes, is called as multiple inheritance. So multiple inheritance is defined as more than one base classes, right? So you can see this is what class A, then class B, and now this class C will be accessible from both these classes, right? So here that class A, class B, these are the two parent classes, or you can say the base class, or you can say it is a super class. Class C will access data from these two classes. So class B as well as class E, both are the base class that will be accessible, and this class C will access data from these two classes. So multiple inheritance, more than one base class and one derived class. Okay, now we'll see the program here. So let's start with this program. Already I have explained the program for multi-level inheritance earlier, and I'll be using the same program. Since I just showed you this previous program which I've explained. As you can see, this I have created this class worker, right? And now this officer will be declared, but now this officer class will access data from this worker class. But now we need to create these two classes as a base classes. So instead of creating multi-level inheritance, we are creating two base classes, and the third class will be used, that will be the derived class, which will access data from the previous two classes, right? So instead of making these two classes as a derived class, I'll just show you simply. I'll just take this value, right? So I'll take this class worker. Okay, now within this again I have to use other values, right? So simply I can create this as I have declared in the previous program as member functions, right? So before that I'll declare that values, right? So here I have declared here as member functions, member variables, right? So I'll just write here, okay, code, name and salary, code, name and salary. Now within the public section, I need to declare the member function. Now one more thing, previously if you see here, I have created a constructor. So now I am not using the constructor. First of all, I'll explain how to use the member function, and then I'll explain how to use the constructor, right? So simply I just show you, I'll write a member function, void. For example, I'll write here get worker. Okay, I have to take the input function. So simply just write the values, right, for input lines. So code, name and salary, and I have to take one more member function for displaying the values, right? So simply I'll just take here another member function for displaying the values here. Okay, so here one member function for input, one member function for the output here. I'll be using here void get worker to take the inputs, right? Enter code, enter name, enter salary. Then other member function show worker, that is used for displaying the code, name and salary. Okay, now this is the opening bracket of the class, this is the closing bracket of the class. Put the semicolon since I have completed this class definition part. Moving to the next class, because since this is the program for the multiple inheritance, so we have to create one more base class. We have to create one more base class. See, if I compare with the previous class, can you see this is the syntax for multi-level inheritance, right? We are creating a class officer, but officer will access data from the class worker. But here I am not creating the multi-level, we are creating the multiple inheritance. So I'll be just creating a class which is officer, but this is a base class, it's not a derived class, right? So I have to declare, I'll just take all the inputs which I have taken earlier, this HRA and DA, right? So I'll take here these two inputs, one for HRA and one for DA. Within this class, I'll be again taking the member function instead of the constructor. Here you can see this is a type of constructor, but we are not taking a type of constructor. We are creating a member function. So I have to write here return type and the member function name, right? So I'll write here void get officer, for example. Void get officer. This is the body of this member function. So I have to take input for the HRA and DA. So simply I'll just write here input for HRA and DA. This is HRA and this is DA. Okay. This is H. This is D. Okay, HRA and DA. But this is for input. I have to display it. So that will be displayed in the next function. Here I'll be taking as an input. Okay. So I'll take this function, input this function. Enter HRA. Enter DA. So I'll write here C in H and then next C in D. Okay. Another member function for displaying that values here. So I'll take here, for example, show officer. Okay. So the another member function will be here, for example, show officer. I'll display here HRA, right? So I have to display this, okay, and DA, simply I'll write here D. Okay, so this is not the input function, so simply I'll just remove this and this will display only the HRA and DA functions. Okay, again this is the class, opening bracket of the class, right? So this is the closing bracket of the class. Void get officer, opening bracket, closing brackets, show officer, opening bracket and closing brackets. Okay, so now this is the end of this class definition part. Again, so opening bracket and closing bracket, so I put the semicolon here. Okay, now I have to use a third class since this is a program for the multiple inheritance, correct? So I have shown you in the program how to access this, right? as I can just show you, you can see here, for example, this is a program, this is the class worker, right, and this is the class officer. So I have created these two classes, right, class worker and the class officer. Now I'll be creating third class. For example, I'll create a manager. So this manager will access these two classes, right? So now the third class will be here, manager. So I'll create a class manager which will access these two classes. So write public worker, public officer, public worker, public officer. See, remember, this is the syntax for multiple inheritance. This is the syntax for multiple inheritance. More than one classes are accessible using one derived class. Just like a previous program, just declare the variables, right? Make it private. Float, CC, then CV, and then GS, right? So previously I have declared this is city conveyances, and then this is a conveyance, and this is what, this is the gross salary. So within the public section, simply just declare the member function, right? So right here public void get manager for the inputs, get manager for the input. I'll call this get worker and get officer both. I'll call get worker and get officer both to just take the inputs when I call the get manager, right? So I'll write here worker, which will access, you can see this member function get worker by default, right? You can see by default it will be asked. Again I can call officer also, right? Double colon, you can see here get officer. By default, when you just write this code, by default in the drop down you can see this get officer. Okay, why I've written here, when I call this get manager, by default the input of the get worker and the get officer will also be called. So no need to call all the functions together in the main function, right? We'll call only the get manager. If you want to call all the functions, right, so you simply can just write here get worker, get officer, and then get manager, all the three. So now I have to calculate, just like a previous example. What are the calculations, right? Like city conveyances, then I can write here. So other things will be written here, how to calculate this. Okay, city conveyance will be calculated, right? So this is 10%. CV, this is conveyance, fixed 500, and now it is calculated here. Then salary, HRA, then DA, then city conveyance, and this is the conveyance that will be added for getting the gross salary. Okay. Now the next member function for displaying all the values, right? All the datas. So now I can show you, this is the next member function, right? For example, this is the next class, next member function. For example, this is void show manager, void show manager. So again I'll call all the member functions which was called earlier, right? That you can see, this is, I'll be calling here that show worker and the show manager both. Okay, so I'll write here. Okay, you can see this show worker for input, for displaying the output. Officer, again I'll write here double quotes. You can see that get of show officer. It will be show officer. Okay, so officer. Now we need to display the conveyance, right? So simply I just display all those values. City allowances, then conveyance, then gross salary, and now this is the opening bracket of this class. You can say ending, closing bracket of this class, opening bracket of this get manager, opening bracket of this show manager class, and now this is the end of this definition of this class, right? So just put the semicolon here, and now just write your main function. Now within the main function you need to create the object of this class. So the class which is the nearest class, so we'll create the object of this class manager, right? So we'll write a manager class m. Then I have to call both the member functions, right? One member function for display and one for the inputs, right? So you can see when I call get manager, right? Can you see by default get worker and get officer will also be called. And when I call this show manager, by default show worker and the show officer will also be called. So here simply I'll just write here m dot get worker, sorry, not get worker, get manager. And another member function, show manager. Show manager. Now I just check the program. I can compile this program. Okay, I just check it. Compile this. Now you can run this program. You can run this program. For example, I'll write here code name. See, I have to write here HRO also, right? This is 450, for example. D I'll be also writing here 500. Now you can see this output here. I have taken the input as a code, as a name, as a salary, HRO. I have taken also this DA is there, and you can see this displayed values are here: code, name, salary, HRA, DA, and it was also given as a CT allowances. So conveyance is there, that was fixed, and the gross salary is 6950. See, this is the example for this multiple inheritance, where we are creating two base classes. and the third derived class will access data from both the base classes, right? So thank you for watching my video. Thank you.